What's good, YouTubers and YouTubettes? This is JB Sports back again with another one. AJ, Anthony Joshua, making some news, man. He did an interview with Sky Sports, and he said he offered his services to be a sparring partner for Tyson Fury. He says he's willing to help Tyson Fury prepare for the Deontay Wilder's rematch. He said he hopes Fury wins because he thinks Fury will fight him quicker than Deontay Wilder will fight him. So he's pulling for Fury, and he's willing to help Fury in training and sparring. So that's very interesting. Man, AJ, man, I'm gonna tell you guys what this is all about, man. AJ is got a lot of blowback from his performance against Andy Ruiz. Yeah, he got his title back, two-time world champions. Only two heavyweights can say they've been two-time world heavyweight champions. So give him credit where credit's due, but the performance was lackluster. You know, you was winning the fight, you was outboxing him, you was controlling the pace, controlling the distance, but when you got toward the second half of the fight, you didn't put your foot on the gas and go for the knockdown. You didn't start sitting down on your punch and try to get the knockout, man, try to get your get back, because he knocked you out in the first fight and you didn't do that. And this is what this is all about, man. I think Anthony Joshua is upset about the critical comments coming from Deontay Wilder after that rematch win over Ruiz. You know, Deontay Wilder said, look, man, you was winning the fight, you was controlling the distance, you was up ahead on points. Why didn't you go in for the kill? Because that's what you should do, because I'm a warrior. That's what Wilder said. I'm paraphrasing. He said, I'm a warrior. You know, there's no way if a guy knocks me out in the first fight, I'm going to try to come back and just beat him by decision. I'm going to try to get my revenge and knock him out and stop him just like he stopped me in the first fight. And he said, that's the difference between me and AJ. He said he ain't no warrior. He don't have that warrior mindset. You know, I'm paraphrasing what Deontay Wilder said. And I think that got to Anthony Joshua. That touched the nerve. And this is what this is all about, you know, because I think AJ shortly after Wilder's comments said that, you know, some people don't have anything good to say about anybody. They don't have a decent bone in their body. I'm paraphrasing what Anthony Joshua said. So that's what this is all about, man. He's hating on Wilder. He's trolling Wilder. He's mad because Wilder is now looked at the #1 heavyweight in boxing right now. You look at Dan Raphael from ESPN.com. He says Wilder's the #1 heavyweight. You look at what Teddy Atlas said. He's now saying Deontay Wilder's the #1 heavyweight. You go to Ring Magazine's rankings. That's an organization and a magazine that's owned by Oscar De La Hoya and Golden Boy Promotion. They've got Tyson Fury #1, Deontay Wilder #2, and Anthony Joshua #3. So in no of those three scenarios, AJ is mentioned as #1. I think AJ had the false premises thinking that once he beat Andy Ruiz, he would get his spot back as the #1 heavyweight in boxing. It don't work that way. You took a loss. It don't work that way. You don't just, it's just like if you skip, you're in line and you get out of line, say you're in line at the grocery store, and you be like, oh man, I forgot something. And you go back and grab it, and then you think you're going to go back and get your spot. Now you jumped out of line, man. You got to go back to the end of the line. That's the same thing with AJ. AJ, you had your spot at #1. You were universally known as the #1 heavyweight in boxing. You lost. You can't just, even though you got your win back in non-impressive fashion, you can't just go back and reclaim your spot. You got out of line, you got to get back in line. And right now, you behind Wilder and Fury. However you want to call it, 1A or 1A with Wilder and Fury, you behind those two guys. That's just a fact of the matter. You behind those two guys, man. That's just what it is. So, you know, a lot of people going to say, well, shoot. Another thing AJ said, he said that Wilder, you know, is basically ducking him. He basically said Wilder don't want to fight him. That's why he wants Fury to win. But let's look at the facts of the matter. If I'm not mistaken, didn't Eddie Hearn offer Tyson Fury a 3-fight deal before he came back and fought two bums and fought Wilder? Didn't he offer him a 3-fight deal? I think Tony Bellew was on that deal, and he had one other guy that was going to be the first fight. I can't remember the guy's name, but it's supposed to be like a tune-up fight, Tony Bellew, Dylan White, and then you get Anthony Joshua. Tyson Fury turned that fight down. So, AJ, for you to say you think Fury will take the fight quicker than Wilder. Wilder signed his name on the dotted line for that $15 million flat fee that you offered him. But you played around and, you know, played around with the paperwork and faxing and, you know, when they had some questions about the contract as far as the date and the location of the contract, you played around and didn't get back to him quick enough, and you let the WBA come in and intervene on your behalf to call a mandatory for Alexander Povetkin. That's just what it is, man. And can we not forget about the $50 million that Deontay Wilder, Al Heyman, and the PBC offered Anthony Joshua to come over there and fight Deontay Wilder in America. People gonna say, "Oh, that's not real, JB Sport. That was not real. That was fake." Deontay Wilder sent some kind of email to Anthony Joshua. That wasn't real. That wasn't real. So you trying to tell me the people? This is PBC. The people that put on Mayweather, Pacquiao, that generated $450 million in revenue. The same people that put on Mayweather and McGregor that generated $430 million in pay-per-view revenue. Those same people can't come up with $50 million straight up to pay Anthony Joshua for a fight with Deontay Wilder. That's going to be the biggest heavyweight fight probably in the United States, probably out since Tyson and Lennox Lewis. Come on, man, that's crazy. Come on, man, let's use common sense. We got to use common sense, folks. We got to use common sense. We got to use common sense. The thing about AJ is, man, AJ, he's feeling some type of way that he's not getting the credit that he feels he deserves by beating Ruiz again. He knows now that it's a legitimate argument that he ain't the best heavyweight in the division, and he's in his feelings right now. He's upset and he's out here trying to troll Wilder, hating on Wilder and stuff like that. But the bottom line is Anthony Joshua is no killer. He's a nice guy. He's a muscle-bound Joseph Parker. That's just what he is. He's a nice guy, but he's not a killer. He has a different mindset than a Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder's got that warrior mindset. He, like I said, if he ever gets defeated in the ring, he gets the rematch, he's going for the knockout. He's not gonna just try to outbox, run, get on the bicycle, and try to coast his way to a unanimous decision. He's gonna try to, especially if he's knocked out in that first fight, he's gonna try to go back in and get his revenge, get his get back. As I say. Look at let's go to this fight just past weekend. I'm gonna use that as an example. Terrence Bud Crawford fought Eagles Kavaliauskas, the Mean Machine. In the third round, he got hurt, and a lot of people's eyes, he got dropped. Got back up. What'd he do? He could have said, "Well, shoot, man, I got hurt, man. Let me get on my bicycle and we can box this guy, because I got more technical skills and I'm a better overall boxer than him. Let me just get on my bicycle and then coast my way to a points decision and live to fight another day." Nah, Terrence Crawford didn't do that. Terrence Crawford stepped to him, went on the offensive, and I could tell when he was throwing those punches, even though he's missing those punches, when he stepped to him, he was going for the kill. He was going for the kill against Eagles Kavaliauskas, and he got the kill. Knocked him out in the 9th round after dropping him 3 times. You feel me? And that's what a warrior mindset that Deontay Wilder has and Terrence Crawford has. They going in for the kill. He could have been boxing and played it safe. That's what would have happened with AJ. AJ would have got dropped in that scenario. He probably would have went on his bicycle and started moving even more than he was moving. Jabbing and clinching and holding and getting on his bicycle and stuff like that and try to win a points decision. That's the difference between the mentality of a Deontay Wilder and an Anthony Joshua. That's the difference in the mentality. You feel what I'm saying? So that's just my opinion on AJ's interview with Sky Sports. It was, to me, it just led itself to, confirm what I already thought about AJ, man. The guy's just no killer, man. I don't know what he's thinking about. Hey, I want to train with Tyson Fury. That's cool. You want to help your fellow countrymen and this and that, but at the same time, man, it's obviously that you're trolling, you're hating on Wilder, man. You're hating because he's, like I said, a lot of people have come out and said that he is the #1 heavyweight in boxing today, and you don't like that. You thought you was going to get your spot back after you got the revenge against Ruiz, and it didn't work like that. You got out of line, you got to get back at the end of the line and work your way back up, just like anything else in life. So that's just what it is, man. That's just how I see it, man. But if you agree with my opinion, leave your comments in the comment section. If you disagree with my opinion, leave your comments in the comment section. It's all good. Opinions are like assholes. Everybody got them, but that's just my opinion on it. That's my opinion. That's my read on the situation with Anthony Joshua. And another thing, man, Anthony Joshua, if I was to guess that he's going to go be Tyson Fury's sparring partner, I don't see that happening as far as him and he how regular sparring partners are in for the whole camp. Regular sparring partners gonna be there for the whole camp, getting the fighter ready for that particular fight. AJ not gonna be no sparring partner in that regard. He might come in for a day, maybe 2 days, or maybe 3 days and spar with Tyson Fury, and that's gonna be about it, man. That's gonna be about the gist of it. He'll have his team there. Rob McCracken will be there, and they'll be there to watch. I wouldn't be a bit surprised if Eddie Hearn show up one day to watch it. But that's what this is going to be. It's not going to be the typical sparring partner that's there for the whole camp. He might come in there and spar for 1 to 3 days, 3 days at the most, 1 day at the fewest. They'll spar with Tyson Fury. You know, he already know. Another thing about AJ, he says he wants to fight Fury because he thinks Fury will beat Wilder, and he thinks Fury will fight him quicker than Wilder. So he's pulling for Fury to win that fight. And at the same time, everybody knows that he's got 2 mandatories coming up. So that fight not going to take place no time soon anyway. I don't think it's going to take place in 2020. He's probably fighting twice in 2020. He's fighting Kubrat Pulev around April and May, and he's going to come down. He's going to come back around by late summer, early fall, and fight Usyk. If Usyk is victorious over Joseph Parker, I think that's going to be the next fight the WBO order. If once AJ gets stripped of the WBO title, and that's going to be his 2 fights of 2020. So AJ is out here on a propaganda hunt, trying to make himself look like he's a real killer, and he's looking to fight Wilder. And this Wilder that was one ducking, but that's just the facts just don't equal that. The facts don't equal what he's saying, because Wilder has been more than willing and more than ready to fight him. It's been AJ and his team that don't want to fight, and that's just what it is. So we'll see what happens, man. But this is JB Sports, the man, the myth, the legend. I holla.